on. Oh, that's okay. We're good. All right, calling this special meeting to order on January 24th, 2023 at 7 p.m. This meeting is being recorded for transcription purposes only, and the written minutes and attachments, if any, will serve as the official record of this meeting. And at this point, I would like to turn it over to Trustee Augustine.
You want to do a quick roll call?
Sure.
Okay. Calabro?
Here.
Hoop?
Here.
Zalesnik?
Here.
Schaefer?
Here.
Rubel?
Here.
In the audience is alternate Schrader and Trustee Augustine. Trustee Sweattick is virtual. Trustee Sweattick is virtual. Thank you. Okay, I have some oaths to perform. Would you like to stand?
Sure.
All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Joe Calabro,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly
That
swear
I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United
And
States
the Constitution of the State of Ohio.
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
And will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of a Board of Zoning Appeals member
of a Board of Zoning Appeals member
for Hinckley Township
For
and
Hin-
Medina County,
for Hinckley Township and Medina County,
State of Ohio,
State of Ohio,
during my term on the Board of Zoning Appeals.
during my term on the Board of Zoning Appeals. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Tom Schrader.
Yes. Thanks, here.
You could, but I think the virtual world really would like to see you.
I'll stand at the microphone. How about that?
Have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Tom Schrader,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State
the
of Ohio,
Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of a Board of Zoning Appeals alternate
as a Board of Zoning Appeals alternate
for Hinckley Township,
Medina County, State of Ohio, during my term on the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
ready? First order of business, we need to nominate officers. And I nominate Joe Calabro as as chairperson for the year of 2023.
Second.
Okay.
You accept?
Taking a vote? Yes.
Anybody else? Okay, let's,
Do I call Joe for the vote?
Yes, I think. we
Yes.
should, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'll vote for
Calabro,
myself. Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Zalesnik.
yes,
Schaefer.
Yes.
Rubel.
Yes. All right.
okay, now I'd like to nominate Jeff Hoop for vice chairman.
And I second that.
Second.
Okay.
Oh, you second.
That's okay.
I thought you were asking for a second. Sorry.
Who seconded?
Yeah. Joe did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
fine.
Thank you. Okay.
And let's take a vote.
Okay, Calabro.
Oh, wait a minute. Does Jeff accept?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Any other nominations? Nope. No other nominations. Okay.
Excuse me.
God bless you. Is that a nomination?
No.
I'm good. I'm sorry. My eyes are watering because I'm about to sneeze and I need to get it out. Thank you.
Okay, Calabro.
Yes.
Who?
Yes.
Zalesnik.
Yes,
Schaefer.
Yes.
Rubel.
Yes.
okay,
All right.
Thank you.
We got that out of the way. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. All right. All right, we did call roll. The purpose of this special meeting is to proceed with the organizational meeting of 2023, which is typically held at the first regular meeting of the year. That date would have been January 11th. However, since only 3 board members were available and present on the 11th, a motion was made to have a special meeting this evening for the purpose of completing the organizational meeting of the year. So we'll start off with the organizational procedures. Does everybody have a copy of that?
Yes.
And before we even start, thank you, Lindsay, for getting that to everyone.
No
It really
problem.
helped with the changes. So we we pretty much, I don't know how everyone else wants to proceed, but if you have a copy of all the changes that we talked about at the beginning of December, I don't know that we need to go through each one of them, but if there's any changes from that, we can discuss it. I mean, are the changes that we talked about that are highlighted or marked up, I should say, are those still acceptable? Are there any changes to the changes or any tweaking?
I got a few little
Okay,
tweaks.
let's start.
Okay, on page 2,
2 of 4.
yes, 2 of 4. Number 10, I think there should be a period after the very last 4 words at the public hearing. It has a hyphen and a comma. I think it should be a period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, on number 12, second line at the very end, to have the hearing reset. Do you think the word rescheduled would be a little bit better?
Only official person is voting on the decision of less than 5 board members. I'm sorry?
We hold 1 second. We need to mute and unmute again. We've got. And go ahead.
Okay.
So on the second line, the last 2 words are hearing reset. Do you think the word rescheduled would,
What item was it?
12,
Okay.
the second line, the last 2 words say hearing reset.
Hearing. Okay.
Rescheduled, I think would be better than reset.
I think I agree.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Rescheduled.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, on number 13, I just got a question mark. We'll come back to that. Let me look at that over a little bit more. On 17. We have the word is twice right after. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
get rid of one of the ises. And then let me go back and read that
13.
13 again and see why I'm.
If you continue to unspecified distance from you.
Oh,
There's. I think it had to do with the 30 yards side yard setback possibly of the
Well, I
legal.
think maybe the fact is that we can do a less,
that's exactly.
less
right.
versus more. That's
Yeah.
not,
it is.
it's not
not being
specified in here.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was.
Maybe it should state something at that, then at the hearing, any subsequent request for change in the distance for.
That is less
reduction, maybe
than,
For a reduction.
yeah,
Something
less
to that-
than the, less
Any
than. the
subsequent request for reduction, how about instead of change?
Yeah, reduction.
For a reduction
Yeah, reduction would be fine.
Request for reduction,
Yeah,
yeah.
in the distance.
okay. And then,
Is that the intent of that?
What do you mean?
If you read that, if you take out this, if you take out the EG in there, I think what it's addressing is that if we don't advertise the distance in the original advertisement and it's changed, we don't have to re-advertise. I don't think it's addressing whether it's increased or decreased.
I think for advertising. too.
well, the way I was reading this,
Well, if they come in and they want more, we have to re-advertise. We
Yeah.
cannot continue. But if they want a reduction, we can go ahead without,
Have a-
Re-advertising.
re-advertising again.
because they're asking for less of a variance.
Right, so anybody that's come up here and taken a look at something,
Mhm.
and they say, oh, they only want 10 feet, I don't have a problem with 10 feet. Well, now all of sudden the guy comes in and wants 20. Now the guy might object to 20. But if he's okay with 10, whoever read it
But is
and
that
wants
in-
5 less.
I get that, but I
Yeah.
don't think that's not what this is trying to say. I think that's what the intent was. But again, if it just says if it's unspecified, if the advertisement is unspecified and we change it, we don't have to re-advertise. I think addressing, that's one point. A separate point is if the request is decreased, right?
Mhm.
The variance is less, we don't have to re-advertise. I think that's a secondary point from the way I read it. And maybe I'm being
Yeah,
much too critical
Well-
of the reading. I don't know.
in the advertisements,
I read it the way you read it too, is that if there's an unspecified request,
Should we just leave unspecified out? If a legal advertisement contains requests for distance variance,
no,
then at the
Because-
hearing, any subsequent request.
but everybody's getting hung up on the word unspecified in the example. And they're just saying an unspecified side yard setback request versus 30. In other words, you're just not specifying it right in here in the example. That's the way I read it.
didn't we say that the legal advertisements don't actually contain the actual feet request? It's unspecific.
How about the very simple thing, and I may be too simplistic on this. If a legal advertisement contains requests for a distance variance, then at the hearing, any subsequent request for a reduction in distance may be granted without additional
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Just leave out that whole example
Yeah.
and the word unspecified.
right.
Okay.
And
It makes
then,
it very simple.
then the hearing any subsequent reduction request. Then at the hearing, any subsequent reduction request
So we
or change.
cross out unspecified and we cross out the example.
Right,
Yep.
And then I think, then it reads okay, I believe.
yeah, but do we still want
Oh, change, reduction instead of change.
reduction instead of change?
Right.
Right,
Does that make sense now?
yes.
Yes.
So can we just have how it reads then? Again,
So it would be if a legal advertisement contains requests for a distance variance,
Yeah, let's put A in there.
Yeah,
then at the hearing, any subsequent request for a reduction in the distance of the variance may be granted without additional advertisement or public hearing.
which is what
yeah, I'm fine.
we
with
do.
Yeah.
Okay. So just add where it says request for a distance variance.
Right.
The first line. Okay.
Good catch.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all you had to?
That's all I got on this. And then, as far as the conditionals variances and all that, I got a few things on that.
Okay. Anybody have anything else?
I do not.
No.
Okay, so we have just those three changes in number 10, 12, and 13.
And
And
17,
And 17, yeah.
right?
Okay. So I don't know that we need to make a motion to accept the changes, or
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think
Probably
we
a
really
motion
have
to adopt the
The changes,
as specified in the organizational procedures.
okay,
Okay,
you just made that motion.
Yes.
Second,
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so then we will, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's 5-0. And so we have, that's for the organizational procedures. Okay. Next, we have the public hearing procedures.
Is anybody missing page 1? On appendix B,
no,
because I've got 2 page 1s here.
I may have moved an extra.
Just checking.
Oh, where's that?
1 of 3.
Do you have it?
I have to step up to the microphone. I'm told, Tom Schrader.
Okay, well,
Quickly, these are both marked Appendix B. The next two documents, page 1 is marked,
Yes, yes.
and this is also marked B. They shouldn't both be B. The other one's marked A. One of these should be C, right?
Yeah. I only got two sets of
Yeah.
things here.
So for,
the conditional, similar, and
Conditional variance and
those
zoning
will be
inspector.
appendix C.
Which
There you go.
extra page at 2?
Is that now?
and then on the actual appendix B, I'm
What
sorry.
are you missing?
I
Here,
got a
this is
one.
what we're on, right here.
This is.
1 of 3, you need. On
I need
page
the
2,
two of the
here,
three.
right there,
Oh,
2
there
of
it
3,
There
3
we
of
go.
3. 3 of 3. And then this is separate.
Okay.
Okay, all right, go ahead, Tom, sorry.
That's okay. So so then for appendix C, right? So that will be the one titled conditional similar use findings, variance and zoning inspector appeal, correct?
Okay, do we want to start with that?
Well, that's 3 pages,
Wait a
correct?
minute, which one is
No,
that
that's
now?
1 page.
That's
Yes.
1 page.
Yeah.
Well, it's stamped 1 of 3. That's
Well,
why
that's where we're gonna have a problem.
on the pagination at the bottom,
Mhm.
it says 1 of 3, and it continues to read as 3 pages because it's numbered 1 through 26. And then appendix B is also paginated at 1 of 3, but it's only 1 page. But it seems to break off at 5, and I'm not sure that's accurate.
Okay, that's where I thought I had an extra one here.
Yeah.
It almost looks the same,
Right.
but it's different.
Correct.
Similar use findings.
Yeah, because they're both,
That-
that's, I noticed they were both marked B, right?
3.
So that should be C then. The one for the zoning inspector appeal should be C.
No, I think we
Both
already,
have zoning inspector appeal in it.
yeah, so the one that says, so in the center, it says similar use finding. So conditional similar use finding, I think we agreed that was going to be C as in Charles. And then the other would remain B as in boy.
Okay.
However, that, as I mentioned, that shows pages 1 of 3, and I only have
Well,
1.
3 is 2 and 3 of 3 is missing.
See, they look very close.
Yeah. So how
That
would
says
we
conditional
distinguish
variance and zoning. This is conditional similar use.
findings? Okay.
And they both say B, but this one says 1 of 3, but there's only 1 page.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. yeah,
That's when I
just
thought I had
one
an
page.
extra. I didn't see that
It's 1 of
similar
1.
use.
Yeah.
And-
Page 1 of 1 and.
So that's only 1 page then, for that similar use one?
Well,
No, it should be 3 pages. And I believe page 2 of 3 and 3 of 3 are the same in both.
Oh, okay. But so what you're saying, the only difference is the page 1.
well,
The change,
and really the only difference there is the word similar use findings, otherwise they're identical.
because we added that.
Oh, so this should be thrown out?
What should we put?
Okay, so is this one with the similar use?
The public hearing procedures,
Is that
okay.
taking, is that, what do I want to call it?
wait, the public hearing procedure, what we have. I think you have this page that says similar use finding.
I do.
And you have 1 of 3
Correct.
pages, right? And that doesn't have similar use finding on there. So I think that should be added on there.
So this other one, should that be discarded then?
Yes. The one that you
C
said
should be-
appendix C,
Yeah,
there really should be no appendix C. It should be
Right.
appendix B.
So the one that with the original
Because
one
these are,
here,
these are the procedures for public hearings, whether it's a conditional use, whether it's a similar use, whether it's a variance, or zoning inspector. appeal.
Okay, so the singular page that doesn't say similar use finding should be thrown out.
Right.
Got it. Now I'm clear.
So now,
Thank you.
what we should do,
thanks for bringing it up because I was confused.
yeah.
okay? So the changes that were made on page 1 of 3, where it says similar use finding, that
Mhm.
was one of the changes. Because that includes, that's a new form, and actually that is probably what is going to be coming up at the end of February in the public hearing in February
Okay.
for, oh gosh, I don't remember, who is that, Melissa? Sunbelt.
Yeah, that is.
Sunbelt, yeah. So as far, so then the changes, the only thing it sounds strange, the very first paragraph where it actually is in quotes, this meeting is being recorded for transcription purposes only, and then period, and it says personal conversations be saved
Yeah, I
until
put,
after meetings, so I thought, yeah,
I put in either, we should probably put in must or should.
yes, there needs to be, so personal conversations should be
Yeah.
saved.
I think
Until after
should
the
be
meeting.
is a better of the two,
Right.
yes.
So we're on this, everybody on the same page now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it should be, that should go in there. And I think there was nothing else on this first page.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
Item number 3. We're trying to get things to sound similar, between different forms and, different parts of our books. And if you look at, on the conditional similar variance, one that we're talking about right now would be item 3. But if you look on what we just went through, page 2, or
Wait, you're losing, I don't know, I'm lost here.
Oh.
Where are you at?
Number 4.
I think he's just trying to match up language from document
Yeah.
A to document B,
Right.
so they're similar in
Number,
appearance and text.
or 2 of 4, item 12.
I know what you're saying. I guess we gotta
If
find it.
less than
Yeah.
versus if fewer than. Is that,
And it's just about how many board members we have. I'm trying to find out where it comes up again, because they said, see page 2 of 4, item 12, procedures. And so that goes back into, I'm trying to.
Well, I think that had to do with the quorum,
Yeah, 12,
but I don't think
What
that's the
item
same
number?
intent here.
yeah.
I think the intent here is that even if we do have a quorum, the applicant can say, I want the full board.
Yeah.
I want all 5, regardless of whether there's a quorum or not. The other one is saying that there has to be a quorum to conduct the business. I don't think those are the same thing,
Okay, that may be.
from my
may be
perspective.
true. I gotta find the other one.
Okay.
So are we back, hold on a second, guys, are we back to the procedures?
No, he was just
Yeah,
looking
that's
at
what
that
it
to
is.
reference the same
Right,
language.
okay, It is so 12.
Okay, so. But reference the same language, what item are you on in the public hearing procedures?
In the procedures, it would be page 2, item 12. And I didn't get all the way through, but we're just talking about, requesting or rescheduling and stuff like that. And I would just want to know, do you want 3 on the conditional similar variance wording the same as on 2 of 4 of what we just passed, reading somewhat similar sheet, or, changing one or leaving them both the same?
Okay, so let's go to the one with the similar. What number are you on?
The similar is page 1 of 3, item 3. And we're talking about quorums.
What?
Procedures.
The one with
Right,
similar
okay,
use.
where it's- Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
similar
we're on the
use,
public hearing procedures, item 3.
Item 3.
No,
Yeah,
Right
okay.
there.
The similar use one.
Now, if you go to what we just
That is the
okayed,
similar use.
Which is number what?
Which is the public,
page
which it's
2,
the
item 12.
public hearing procedures for similar use
Now,
finding.
Yes.
I'll read the
Yes.
2 of them, and you're
Item
talking
3.
about
Yes.
quorums over
Okay.
here at the,
I've been looking for that and I still couldn't, I just didn't find it.
yeah. Now, do you think we should have, basically, when we're talking about quorums, 2 different paragraphs, or should we adopt one and put it on both? One of the 2 and put it on both, or what? Or just
Well-
leave it the way it is?
well,
Now-
again, I don't think the intent of this is to say that there has to be a quorum present. Again, I think the intent of this is to allow the applicant to say, there's only 3. Yes, it's a quorum, but I want all 5.
Right,
That's all. I think that's the only intent of that. I think regardless, there always has to be a quorum.
oh, yeah, there's always gotta be.
Right.
Okay, well, the organizational procedures is more for us and it has more of an explanation.
Yeah,
So I think that more of an explanation for us,
Mhm.
where on this one, for the hearing procedures, it's just stating to them
It's
That,
just stating that the
That's-
chairman
they can
will offer
reschedule.
the applicant the
No,
option
that-
to proceed
Yeah.
or without a full board or to reschedule the meeting before the full board.
There you
no,
go.
that's fine.
Agreed.
I just, you
Yeah.
know, because we spent so much time back in December and all this, talking about this and trying to get similar language, and that was just my question. Did you want the similar language, or are you just fine with the two different? And everybody's fine with the two different. I'm fine with it too.
I like it this way
Okay,
because we're
Judy.
talking about a two
Yeah.
different items here.
Okay,
The
yeah.
organizational and the public hearing procedures, which makes it just
This
cut
says
and dry.
Yeah,
if
I
less
think.
than five
Agreed.
board members are present, where this one says if fewer than five board members are
Is that what you're
present.
referring to? The
This,
one says if less than five and the other says if fewer than five?
and then the applicant, right? The
Yeah.
applicant will be given the opportunity to
I
have the
think they're
hearing.
fine, both of them.
yeah,
Whereas
Well,
this
I-
says
I-
the chairman shall offer each applicant the option to proceed.
Right.
yeah.
Is that
The
what you
only-
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only reason I brought it up is because we were trying to get things to be similar. That's the
Consistent.
only reason.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with either one, actually. Now, I gotta find my original
And
notes.
fewer and lesser
Well, we
synonyms,
did,
so.
we did change reschedule, so both of them do say reschedule,
Right,
so that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the way it is, just simple, it says chairman, you know.
For this
offers the applicant
procedure-
The option.
For this
to-
procedure, it's simple.
to
The other
proceed
one,
without a full board. I
a
mean,
little
I'm
bit
fine
more
with it.
explanation.
yeah.
I think we're good.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
All right, moving along.
Okay, let's move on.
Well,
That's number 3.
There was, and we're throwing away this, oh,
This year?
okay, yeah, number 1, you have quotation marks after number 1. Yes, that's where it went. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's part of, I think that's a,
Oh, that's just clerical.
yeah. I think we talked about that. We'll do personal conversation should be,
Yeah, should be saved.
and then that's the end of the quote.
Yeah, get rid of the quotation marks.
he's saying there's an extra quotation mark next to the number
Right.
1. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we'll get that.
after that, I believe I don't have any other notes over here, or I can't find them at this point. But I think that's the end of that one. I think I only got those 2 comments or 3 comments.
I think that's all the changes we had. The only thing that I'm sure Suzanne will take care of it. On the bottom of each page, it should say conditional, comma, similar use, finding, comma.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
So all 3 pages should include the similar use finding. On the bottom.
In the footer, yeah.
Mhm. And I think that's all I saw. Okay,
I'm fine.
do I have a motion to, or I mean, is there any other changes? Tom, anything?
Nothing. Thank you.
So I'll make a motion to accept the changes as read.
Second,
For the public hearing procedures?
Yes, for, yeah, conditional variances and zoning inspector appeal.
Right, and Dave second on that. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
All right, that is 5-0, accepted as with the changes. We're not gonna do the forms. I think we had, I think the only other one was the site visit, site inspection procedures. We had changes from last year. The change that we had last year was that the inspection of properties are generally conducted on Saturday prior to the hearing. And site inspection shall be conducted in accordance with sunshine laws. We added that in there. And otherwise, I think we can keep them as they are.
Right.
Okay. And the only additional new form that Suzanne is getting together is for the similar use finding. And that is going to be similar to the conditional permit, conditional use. And that the similar use finding will also be a public hearing, in a public hearing setting. It will not be during a regular meeting.
Okay.
Because according to Brian Richter, we should be doing nothing other than everything in a public hearing. That's all I have. As far as organizational, anything else, any other comments, any,
No.
No,
Nope.
all right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Bill, and a second?
second.
All right, we are adjourned on January 24th at 7:31 PM.